Indiana Jones, It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. Indiana Jones Minute.
Can I just say this is an extremely timely game, even if this isn't an extremely timely review of it.
In true fashion, we're getting to it when we get to it. And speaking of, I don't even remember how we start these things. What do we do? I say like it's
welcome back.
Oh yeah, I say welcome back and sort of like a
Something
jocular
like
kind of
yeah.
fun,
like a dad kind
way.
of yeah.
Like
a
oh, you
50s
kids, what are you doing here?
TV
Welcome
sitcom
back. Hey.
dad /PA announcer. Yeah.
Who left this pizza out? Welcome back. It's the Indiana Jones Minute. I'm your dad, Tom Taylor.
Hey, we're all in trouble. Where's Mom?
Somehow she loved me with a video game. I'm Pete Mummert.
And I'm Gerald Christopher. It's so nice to see Marcus again.
Huh?
Oh, it is. Yeah, we finally. Okay, here's what happened. What is it? It's like February 2025. This game came out
like
in like
6 years of our lives for people to catch up on. This is what happened.
Exactly. Yeah, the show so far. Previously on the Indiana Jones.
Previously, since you last heard from us.
Wait, literally, when did this game come out? It came out in like
December of 2024.
Oh, it was December. That's not so bad.
Yeah, it was like
November, December, or something like that.
one of those big Christmas things.
Yeah. And Pete and I pre-ordered, and we're all excited. We're all like, it's downloaded before it's released, and we're all ready to play the second. And then nothing has made me feel older in the last few years. And there's a lot of things that have made me feel older, but having to cajole and trick and nudge and force Jerry Porter to play a video
That's
game.
That's weird, man. That's weird.
I was like, I don't know what anything means anymore. This is just weird.
Yeah. Well, if I can't put a quarter into a slot, I'm just not interested.
Yeah, there's that. Gosh, I was at the neighbor's house, and they have these two, like grade school kids, and they were playing like the current newest Mortal Kombat. And I like, not even like ironically, I was like, when I was your age, you had to go to the video arcade, and the parents were in an uproar because there was digital blood and everything, and nobody wanted you to play it. Come here. And they didn't pay any attention to me at all.
I'm imagining like the modern Mortal Kombat, like in keeping up with technology, you probably kill real people.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. It looks, it's like your grandmother. It's like it's your grandmother versus Freddy Krueger or something. And your grandmother's finishing move is she just tries to understand what's happening. And she doesn't.
she makes really, really great mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I've
more of that
been
tapioca pudding.
I've been on a like this weird violence fast, and I've been trying to not watch things that have violence, which is hard because like literally everything, like sitcoms, Hallmark movies, like everything you want to watch has violent guns and violence in it.
Yeah.
So playing this game has been an eye opener. Like it's been very visceral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so and what did you wait?
Up.
I want to get back to the violence fast. How do you? I mean, are you starving?
No, it's I realize we are so saturated with violence in every single aspect of every day of our lives, and it's like it's so ubiquitous that it's like everywhere. Like literally, my wife was watching a Hallmark Christmas movie. There are guns in it, and I'm like, it's literally. Any possible thing has guns. Like if it's an American entertainment offering, there are going to be guns in it.
I had an employee who he asked me. He said, "Do you think this is a less violent time in let's say the history of the last 3,000 years?" And I walked over to him and I smacked him across the face.
Hit him with a trash can.
Yeah. No. I was like, why? Of course. And then I was like, you know what? I have no idea how to answer that.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, look, I
think it depends on who you are.
It may
you ask 9 billion people, you get 9 billion different answers.
Yeah.
And he had a point. He's like, well, we're not. we're not throwing a bunch of Christians in the Colosseum and that letting lions eat them and stuff. And that's it's like, yeah, sure, the NFL has its violent moments and stuff, but they're not. We're not we're not watching the gladiators kill each other. And I did.
That's
at
I feel like that's going to age very poorly, Jerry.
All right. You know what, Tommy? Do you want to take?
You can leave that in if you want, but I feel like that statement you're making is going to age really poorly.
We'll see.
Know.
That'll make
I
it more
know.
special.
Yeah, maybe.
I did. You know what? I did have to question about, wonder about that though. I don't know. I guess you're right, Pete. It depends who you are, or where you are in society, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I guess.
Maybe we're
guess,
as violent as ever, but we feel worse about it, and that's a good thing.
or
that's the
maybe
begin-
I guess
I don't know that I agree with that. I think
violence
tried.
within
I tried.
good
moving.
about it.
Is it a move? Maybe it's a moving target.
Sure. So you just don't
Okay,
leave it as
look,
much.
look. Pete just made me feel bad. Pete, where is?
My job is done.
So instead of talking about the Great Circle, we're going to talk about Pong, the
Yeah.
least violent game that ever there was.
Well, go on.
no.
If Bugs Bunny can be violent, then great.
That's right. He knew how to do it.
He knew how to do it.
Anyway,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't mean to go on an anti-violence screed. I thought it was.
that's fine.
I just thought it was interesting, like playing a video game after. This is the first time I played a video game in many, many years, and
Yeah.
it was like, whoa, this is a little bit visceral.
I do feel bad because Pete, I've been shoving you to try to play Cyberpunk and getting you all excited about it, and then as soon as you got it, I was like, oh, this game is very, very violent. I wonder if he's going to be into this at all. Yes, you get to choose your own genitals, and that's fun and everything,
Yeah.
but you also destroy a lot of people.
Well, I also, as I've mentioned to you guys, I last year I reread every Philip K. Dick novel and short story, all of his science fiction novels and short stories, just because it felt like the world was getting a little bit more dystopian and a little bit more Dickian, and
Yeah.
that part of Cyberpunk I am looking forward to with the game. And I think it's cool, like the very Philip K. Dick atmosphere.
Yeah.
Even if I don't enjoy it as much in my daily life.
There you go. There's a place for everything.
Well, listen,
Unfortunately,
Indiana Jones,
those
like,
things are moving into different places.
Right.
Toad's face melts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hooray for violence. That's all we ever talked about for about 15 years. Man, that bad guy's face melted.
But yeah, we got this Indiana Jones game, and Pete and we're all at just right up front. We're all at very different stages in the game. I have finished the story of the game. I kind of do this with games. I set it to like the easiest thing, and I just barrel through, and I just want to finish the story, and then I go back and do all the extra fun stuff. Pete is like, I don't know. I don't even. You told me where you are in the game. I don't want to say where you are because
I've completed like 4 major levels, 4 major levels.
Okay.
And
I've
Jerry's still working through like the
Jerry
prologue
has
or
done
something.
the
I've
opening
plugged my
cutscene.
I have the game plugged in.
Oh, nice.
I have it. Yeah, I have a chair set up. It's one of those chairs. It's like kind of like a gaming chair that it folds out, and you can put like in your left, you can put the remote control, and in your right, you can put like a drink.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And your mom brings you some Hot Pockets.
Yeah, exactly. Not now, Mom.
I'm on level 3. Get out of here. So we're like, none of us has like completed the game completely, and we don't want to spoil things for either you people out there or for the 2 or 3 of us who haven't gotten as far as others. So this will be a weird conversation, but we've all at least finished the very cool opening of the game,
And hopefully we will be back with part 2 before.
Yes.
Yeah. If it,
And not in even perhaps an even more expedited manner than as usual for us lately.
maybe we'll see. I mean,
Well, so
Like
we'll
maybe
be-
not 2 years from now.
I mean, the reality is it really depends on when people have time to play video
Yeah.
games, which is so
Yeah.
sad. But and Jerry, I'm not making fun of you. It's like totally, I get. I'm like, well, why would I be trying to make Jerry play
No,
video
I
game?
love the thing is, I
Poor
mean,
guy, leave him alone.
Xbox. I went out and I bought an Xbox. I mean, I have like
I did
one
too.
from 10 years ago. Went out, I bought an Xbox. I turned it on. I started playing the game, and I was like, "This is fantastic! It's fantastic!"
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, it dawned on me why I have avoided getting an Xbox
oh yeah,
for a decade, because it was like, you would never leave your house. I would
yeah. We'll never see you
immediately
again.
download DoorDash I'd buy like the
Yeah.
the extra heavy duty nighttime blinds.
Gosh, you know what they should do? Some video game, maybe they've already done this, but you should be able to, like, you're playing Cyberpunk or like, Red Dead Redemption 2 or something. And in the game, you go into like some like general store or something. And through the, like, you talk to the
Yeah.
guy and say, hey,
Yeah.
DoorDash, I want to
Oh
get
my
like
gosh.
Yeah.
a pizza with pepperoni and garlic. And here's my address. And then you go keep playing the game. And then eventually a pizza shows
Yeah.
up at your house.
That's
is
amazing that
brilliant.
it hasn't happened yet.
I
Or
know,
maybe
really.
it has, like you said.
Maybe
yeah.
it has, yeah. Maybe we're
But
just an old
speaking
man,
of
I don't
hasn't happened
understand.
yet, by the way, if you are interested in not having spoilers for this game, this might be a good place to stop listening
Yeah.
until you
Sure.
want to come back and
I mean, we'll probably ramble for another half hour, so you can play.
Yeah, maybe, but-
Who knows? But- well, no, this game begins in a very cool way, and I
Tom,
can.
you're gonna have to change your famous saying.
Oh, what?
I could be watching Raiders.
Oh, I could be playing Raiders.
Yeah,
I have played Raiders. I am Indiana Jones. Yeah, it literally just starts as Raiders. You're playing the opening Peru scene from Raiders, and it's like it's a shot for shot. You and Satipo and Barranca and that other guy, the Peruvian porter, walking through the jungle, and all the beats are there. The greatest
The
scream
music.
freak out and the music, and it's awesome.
the whips,
It's
the whip with Barranca.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is really fantastic.
It
And then,
is.
Yeah, you go into the
He even calls him Stupido.
he does. You know what's incredible? At the when he finds Satipo's dead body, he says, as he does in the movie, "Adios, Stupido," but
Yeah.
the captions say
Oh, really?
Satipo.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
That's funny.
That is good. Well,
Yeah.
no, well, I had a question. Tommy, you said that you finished the story of the game, but you're not done with the game. And so I'm
Right.
going, like, so what? I mean, can you say without giving anything away, what else is in the game once you
There's
finish
like
the
all
story?
sorts of like side missions, I guess you'd call them. Like,
Okay.
there's like dumb
Puzzles
things to
and-
collect.
Yeah.
Like, you're there, find the hidden thing or whatever. And, you have to find 7 of them or whatever on this level. Or it's like, earn enough money to buy this thing or something. And you find money or you earn money by doing different things and stuff. But they're also, like sort of like side quests and stuff. And
Aren't there
and-
like extra levels since we bought the
Oh, God, I don't
expansion
know.
pack? Didn't we buy like an extra special version?
we did get a special version, and it allows us to have the. I guess with the game itself, you get like your regular good old fashioned Indiana Jones outfit, and you get the Temple of Doom outfit with like the missing sleeve and stuff. But then I guess we got also his Last Crusade traveling suit.
Which is amazing. Yeah.
It is
You
amazing.
can
and I
walk
love.
around the game wearing the yeah.
Yeah, you're like in a swamp or like a tomb or something, and you're in this beautiful suit with your hat on and everything and a tie.
Glasses. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. We're talking about picking your genitalia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really funny.
Yeah, is this my Professor Genitalia or my Adventurer Genitalia?
Well, let me ask you guys, when you start the game and you're kind of going through it again, you start at Raiders and you're running around, and I remember like the Xbox controller, there's, I don't know, like maybe 10 or 15 different choices. There's like the left trigger button and the right, and you can press the thumb down, and then there's X and A and all those things. I mean, for about the first 30 minutes, I sat there just jumping, going, huh.
Well, that's what's amazing.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it's like the tutorial level is something you're familiar with already, so it's kind
Right.
of
Yeah.
it's kind of an excellent tutorial.
But did you guys follow, like, did you read the instructions or the booklet or the online, how to play map, or did you
No,
just sit
no,
like
no.
me and go, huh?
Yeah.
I just went, huh? And then,
Yeah.
there's like press the LT button. It's like, wait, is that the one that's up over me?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Or is it the one with the trigger? Okay, all right. And so there's a lot of that too, yeah. And then if you've
Okay.
already been playing a different game and the buttons are totally different for different stuff. Wait, why am I running? I meant to crouch. Oh my God, what's happening?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, like
Life
I
is so
kept
hard.
pulling my fists out.
Yeah.
And he's got these sort of hairy knuckles, which made me
Yeah.
think, I'm like, oh, we
I
know
hate
what
that sound he
Indiana.
makes when he punches nothing too. That whoa,
He goes, yeah.
and like his energy goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
we
energy
should
goes
say
up.
right away that the guy doing his voice, and I should look
Oh,
up
it's
his
amazing.
name. He's amazing. He's
It's
really, really
incredible.
good.
I keep forgetting it's not Harrison Ford.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it's not Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
And it's not that
amazing.
it's not like he just nailed the kind of like the forest all like it's like that. It's like the yelling Harrison.
He's a
Ford.
good
It's
actor.
the-
Like he's a really good actor. Yeah, it's really good.
And Indy looks great. He looks
Yeah.
like not only does it like just the mapping of his face and everything, he looks like Harrison Ford, but they've got like they must have like taken models like just from stills of the movies or something because like his posture is perfect and stuff. And just his stance and the way he moves, he looks exactly like Indiana Jones, and it's really awesome.
I know when this first came out, a lot of people were posting video of this opening scene, and other people were like complaining about it because they thought it was an AI generated thing, or like, why would someone animate a
Oh, wow.
short film? Because they thought it was literally just a short film, but it was like,
Yeah.
it turned out it was the gameplay, and it like, it might be, it does feel a little unnerving a couple times to me in that opening scene because it is Raiders, but then like as it goes on, suddenly it's just like, oh, I'm watching Indiana Jones in an Indiana Jones adventure that feels more like an Indiana Jones adventure than the last two movies did.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I mean, what's fun is there is a lot of stuff for us to talk about. It's like extra lore kind of, or extra takes on what we already know and things like that.
Is
Like-
this canon?
That's a great question. I don't
That's
know.
a great question.
Because there's
Again,
some
you ask 9 million
big
people, you get 9
revelations in
million
here.
answers. Yeah, they're like, okay, the first thing that actually blew my mind, and like I wanted to run back in time and tell the three of us from like whenever we started this thing, like in minute 6 or something, like, oh my God, there's 2 spike traps. That's how, Forrestal, like they trigger the one with Forrestal on it. Wait, how does Satipo still get killed by the other one? Or how does he get, killed by the spikes? Oh, there's 2 traps. Did we ever know that before? Or is this like a revelation from this game?
I didn't even know I knew it from this game. That's a
I
that's
didn't
a
know.
revelation to me now.
I didn't know I knew it from this game. I
Because
know
you
what
do the Forrestal thing, and
Yeah.
he pops out, and then he,
Yeah.
press X or whatever, and you kind of reset the thing. But then you take a few steps, and there's another,
Yeah, you're right.
2 sets of spikes.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, okay, so there's one that like just wasn't triggered, and that's what got Satipo.
yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Wait, that's how it is?
I guess so. That's
I
that's,
never-
that's what the game says.
So
Yeah.
Satipo, he dies the same way Forrestal dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was always weird because, that the trap has already been triggered, so the spikes
Right.
are out. So was he just a clod and he ran just right into them or something? Or did he trigger another one or what? So,
Right.
And actually, like the next time Indy comes through here with somebody else, is he sees Forrest, he's like, he was good. He was very good. And then he sees Satipo. He was really, really good. That guy was really good. He was better than Forrest. Look how much farther he made it.
yeah. You got a total drop on me.
Did you guys okay, so one of the things these games get so beautifully is the light.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
And
of
the
like you're
atmosphere.
walking through like a Lewis Comfort Tiffany window or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Like a Maxfield Parrish painting.
Yes.
It's like
and
this surreal, beautiful light.
and you're in the jungle and you can, it's crazy. It's 360. You can look up, you can look down. Did you guys ever sit down during the gameplay and just kind of stare, with stare like just out at the sky and watch the butterflies or the leaves kind of shimmer
Yeah.
and move around a little bit?
Yeah. Not in that
Yeah.
first level, but in lots of other levels I have.
Yeah.
I would like take breaks and just like, walk past, Satipo and Barranca are following me. I'd be like, nope, you guys go on ahead. I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
I'd like retrace our steps and just keep looking around, like try to get off the path and stuff and to see the whole jungle.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Although it has a gong. Did you notice the gong, Jerry? Is it when you walk into the temple?
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what it was though. I mean, it's the same
Okay.
like the movie. I think it's a gong,
Yeah.
but then you're like,
Yeah.
why is that a gong?
There is something nuts about that though. Like at that point, you're like, oh, I am controlling this. I am Indiana
Yes.
Jones. I'm walking into
Yeah.
this temple, and I get to choose where I go. And oh, this is the layout of the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
yes,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I got, I start to move, and because I kept just going, huh, and jumping or punching the air, the spikes just skewered me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really figure that.
You're
that one
supposed to
took me-
press B or whatever, Jerry, and then you can crouch down.
Yeah, and then you can try it. So it took me a good 25 minutes or 20 minutes but I died probably about 5 times.
Oh my God. Wow.
Maybe 6 or 7. And it was like I go and be like, oh, and this, and
shoot
and
the
then the
potion.
screen turns red,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I hate that.
and then you're like, all right, well, I'm halfway through. Maybe I could. Oh,
Did you try just running and jumping as fast as you could through all of them?
I did it exactly as I would in life.
Yeah.
So
I
yes.
says, I'm just gonna go. I don't have time.
There's a
for
point
this.
where you pull like the way they handle the tiles in the floor is like there's
Yeah.
one that you can put your what is it, the torch on,
Yeah.
and that will make the next few ahead of you go down so they're not traps anymore. But if you step on one that doesn't have that circle, then you get screwed and you get shot with a dart.
right.
And so, but there's a certain point where like I thought I was done. I pulled a total Satipo.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "There's nothing to fear here," and I like barrel forward and get shot with a bunch of arrows.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Why does Satipo say there's nothing to fear here?
he's a dummy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just sees a big empty room.
Or is he
But
trying
he-
to? Is he trying to get Indy killed so he can then just walk over?
Oh,
and take the
now that I
idol?
would
Oh.
believe. That I
Go
would
on and get
believe.
it, sir.
Yeah.
Nothing to fear.
Why?
here.
Why do we spend the whole several years thinking he's a bad guy, like, and not the colonial archaeologist looting the temple is the bad guy?
It's how we were raised, Pete.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what the movie gives us.
And it's
but
Harrison Ford versus some guy we
Yeah.
don't know yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what I mean, you know what? You like Satipo until he says, "Adios,
Yeah.
senor. Give me the
Yeah.
idol," and then you go, "Oh, this is an injustice."
Yeah. And in this game, you actually have to. Oh, damn it! I have to throw him the idol.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing I can do.
yeah.
There's no time to argue. And that hurts.
Did you?
It is fun
so
though,
how
like
did-
pouring the sand out, like up at the.
Yeah. Like, oh wait, do I have a chance to like actually do this right?
Yeah.
Whatever he did wrong, can I do it right?
I wonder. That was one thing I thought about it is how much of the game you know what's going to happen, and yet it's first person, and you're like, oh my gosh, like every single move here is iconic, and
Yeah.
yet you have to do it.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
really strange way of. I guess that's like Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
you
like
could-
if you read the book of Ready Player One,
yeah.
one of the tests
yeah.
that he does is you have to like perfectly act out. I think it's War Games.
Yeah, it is war
He has to
games.
just do the entire movie like as a character and just do it perfectly. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like that. It's like I'm pouring out just this much sand and I'm putting the thing out. Oh, I'm looking over my shoulder. Oh, running across the thing. Oh, geez, throw the idol.
But imagine how much they had to get right because every single person like us who's been watching this movie for 40 years knows exactly what's supposed to happen. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and they did. They nailed
We
it.
know that look over his shoulder. We
Yeah.
know him stepping into the light after he shoots Barranca, like all of it. And they basically nail it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's that weird moment, and I wish I didn't like write down everything, but like you find Satipo, adios Satipo, you pick up the thing, and you start running, and the boulder's coming at you, and as that's happening, you're hearing all these voices.
That's weird. Yeah.
You're hearing I think you hear Belloc, and you hear a lot of Marion,
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, that's incredible.
and it ends with like,
she says he left
Yeah.
him in the. Why did you abandon me here? What is that? What she says? Or,
something like that. Yeah, you're not going to leave
Yeah.
me here, are you? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And
and then he
Yeah,
gets
then-
hit by the boulder, and you think you're dead.
right. But then you wake up and it was all a dream. It was all a video
I
game.
absolutely see. This is why I kind of don't want to get too far ahead. Is when I discovered it was a dream, I was like, "You're kidding me!" Yeah, and
But it's not like it's just a dream. Like that was just. It was. He
No.
was dreaming of something that actually happened. Like it wasn't like.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah,
Raiders
he's
was a
dreaming
dream.
about
It means
something- yeah.
He's
Eh.
flashing back in his to something that happened. He's something's wrong.
at that
Does he-
point, I downloaded DoorDash. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a dream, and it's like a dark and stormy night."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is incredible." Dial up some Taco Bell, have it delivered.
But then it gets even more incredible as soon as he wakes up from the dream,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
because our great friend is there, Marcus,
yep.
Hey.
and he's cool. He's not.
He is. He's the Raiders Marcus.
No one
He's
can
the-
complain
yeah.
about anything about this Marcus so far. I
No.
haven't finished the game, but yeah.
You haven't gotten to the clown scene.
And then they did make one, I think, sort of egregious error that took me out of the game. Is it says there's like you see like lightning and it's stormy sky and it says like Connecticut 1937. I think
Maybe that's still a dream, Pete. Don't worry.
I think
about
it is. Yeah, that's the
Awful
nightmare part.
for you. Wait, what year is it? Is it?
I don't
you just
remember. Is
said?
it 37 or 36?
we're bad
It's after
podcasters.
Raiders. It's so it's
It is. It's after Raiders and before Last Crusade. I know
yeah.
that much.
That's why I'm thinking 37, but it might. Oh, it is 37. There's
Okay.
there's a poster that he passes by that I'm going to bring up in a few minutes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wakes up at his desk and Marcus is there and he's like mumbling something and he's got like a drink in his hand and he's all snoozed out. And
And he calls him a lightweight.
Yeah, he calls him a lightweight. I love that glass that he's got too, by the way, with
Yeah.
the gold,
Yeah.
whatever you call on it. That's nice. But yeah, he sees a mysterious shadow outside of his office, and he follows that, and mayhem ensues.
And it's incredible because you're in Marshall College.
Yeah,
Your classroom's there. Your office is there. It's like stormy and dark, and you hear lightning and thunder, or you hear thunder. It's amazing. Like the atmosphere is
Yeah.
incredible, and it's like you get to explore part of Raiders
yeah,
that you never. You just get to walk around in it. It's incredible.
yeah.
That blew my mind.
Yeah. I forget. Can you find your classroom at that part? Or is that?
Like, yeah, well, I don't know about at that part.
You can in this opening sequence.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
opening
yeah.
sequence, you
Yeah.
can. But you know what's missing? I don't see the skeleton.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right.
get
Yeah,
outta
so
here.
maybe Halloween's over.
Oh, it's probably
Yeah,
I thought it was
hello-
gonna be Halloween.
Halloween is over. That's right.
Was there a turkey or something, or like a big Saint Nick? I don't know.
You know, the way, like the way they put together the museum, and you're sitting
Yeah.
there, and you're like, this is totally beautiful,
It
and
looks
it
just
makes
like the Egyptian Hall in the British Museum.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
it makes perfect sense, and at the same time, when we talked about on our first season discussing Raiders, you're like, so they get the Ark of the Covenant and they're gonna bring it back to Marshall College in this museum.
Right.
And how's it here? The most powerful weapon ever. They're just going to put it here. Now, granted, the Marshall College Museum is impressive,
Yeah, it is surprising. Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
a lot of impressive things.
but I'm trying to
can I-
imagine the Lost Ark right in the middle of it, like next to the drinking
Cabinets.
fountain.
Could I say though before we get to the museum? So part of the reason this game has taken me, we're now in the third month of it being out, and I haven't finished the game yet. Is I stop and look at every single thing.
Oh, sure.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
But as you're walking down the hall and you get to the stairway, there's a poster or like a flyer on the bulletin board, and this blew my mind more than the Marion thing did. I think it says Marshall College Grand 1937 Dance, music by Willie Scott.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Suddenly, the chain of events here,
Wow.
I suddenly am wondering, is Indy with Willie all during Raiders? Is Willie here living in Connecticut with Indy? Like, she's here like writing music for the kids, like dance parties, and she's dating or
Wow.
married to Indy, and he runs off with Marion while he's with Willie?
Man.
Wow.
That's why he left Marion. He was like, yeah, you know what? Somehow
Because
I
she's
don't think I'm
apparently still
committed.
here. If she's, I mean, I'm assuming she's writing the music.
That's amazing. Like, even if they're just in touch and, like, she's not in town all the time, but when she is.
That's just weird. Like, that's amazing to think about. He's with Willie the whole time. Like, we are like, what happened to
Yeah.
Willie? Oh,
Yeah.
he's just dating her while he's running out with Marion.
Yeah.
He's just married to her, and they're racing short round while he's running out with Marion.
She's a songstress with benefits.
But then suddenly it doesn't seem like he's two-timing Marion with Willie. It seems like oh wait, he's two-timing Willie with Marion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Just
mean,
like-
Marion was first.
It's one of those. Yeah,
got
that's
that
true.
going for
Well,
her.
maybe, but yeah, it's one of those just moments in life, those rare moments where you're suddenly standing on a precipice, looking down like this endless abyss, and you suddenly everything you thought you knew is untrue.
That's crazy. And didn't he have like a painting of her or something in his house at like was that in Crystal Skull?
Yeah, there was a picture of her up on the
Yeah.
mantle. Yeah.
Like prominent.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe he was still married. He was still married.
She's the one who got away. She's been pining for this.
hilarious
Will you please
if
come to
she's-
Marshall College and do a show, and I can hang out. Maybe I don't know.
You could do an entire other movie where she's like with Willie and Short Round and going to Little League and soccer practice and all this stuff. And,
Going to Little League. Whoever designed the all the tchotchkes and the set dressings or whatever is just phenomenal. All the pieces. I mean, first of all, the museum itself is like walking around a museum.
Yeah.
Like you can read all the, the
yeah, it's amazing. You can learn like all these things. You can read all these
all
historical
sorts
things.
of stuff.
Yeah.
This sort of stuff makes me really anxious about these video games because so much work goes into them and so much detail, and it's so amazing. And then you're like, oh, some of these games just fail. Like they come out and they don't make any money, and they're just duds, and that's like 10 years work and like millions of dollars and all these man hours and everything, and it makes me anxious.
It's
I don't know
funny
how
though,
people
like
do that.
it's interesting though because I read at least briefly some of the reviews when this came out, and almost every single one was like, we weren't really expecting much from this game because no one ever releases a big game this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, this game knocked it out of the park. Like it seems like it was universally like, this game's incredible.
Yeah, I haven't heard a bad word about it.
Yeah. I don't have a bad word about it. So it's amazing.
I mean, it's so good. It's got Tony Todd. No, nobody knows Tony Todd except for me. Oh, you guys. Even Sam knows Tony Todd. My son over here, he's like, I know Tony Todd. He's the guy like Indiana Jones. He's in the dark museum and everything, and he finds this giant hulking guy, and that is Tony Todd. You might know him as Candyman from long ago, but you should know him as Worf's brother from. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for Next Generation. He turns out to be Worf's brother. Worf's brother from Next Generation. I don't remember his name. I'm a bad podcaster. But he's awesome. And I think he died probably like 10 minutes after he recorded this because he died very recently.
Really?
And I don't know if this is like the last thing
I
I did.
recognize that guy. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, wow, that looks just, did they model him after? Maybe that's Tony Todd. Okay.
Yeah.
That guy was huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
You run into him as Indiana Jones in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it says he's whispering unintelligible Latin,
Yes.
which will become a major plot point later on, which I think is I think one of the things about this game that is better than the last two movies is it has things that Indy's looking for and things that he's solving that are interesting enough that I want to look them up outside of the movie and learn more about them, which I think is very cool. Which we didn't get the last couple of movies.
I'm being
And
cagey
not-
about like what I say now because I know
I'm
that
not
Jerry's
mentioning
just about at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning what this
How-
part is, but it gets interesting.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how Scooby-Doo is this?
This right here, I guess, is awfully Scooby-Doo. Yeah, finding a big mysterious stranger.
And it's like dark and like you're going around the museum, and it's like
the painting has
scary
these
and
two eyeballs that like
Yeah.
Right.
some other eyeballs replace them and follow you around.
He pulls off the guy's mask, and it's Mr. Brody, the old caretaker of the school.
Did you guys walk?
There is
around?
one other. There
go
is
ahead.
one other thing when you're in the classroom, and if you pick up the apple on the desk, Indy goes, "This kid with his apples."
Oh, you're kidding!
Amazing! It's amazing.
Wow.
I picked up
It's like
that. I just saw
Making fun of that kid.
the letter, and you rotate the letter. Did you see that?
Which
In the
I don't remember.
classroom?
That's been a long time
You
since I was
rotate the letter in the classroom, and it says "Meet Marion at 7."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
there. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot. I mean, again, I don't want to spoil stuff
Yeah.
for Jerry,
Okay,
but there's
sure.
a lot. In fact, if you want to, you should just start playing right now and catch up to where we
Yeah.
You want to jump
There's
in?
one.
And,
Yeah.
There's a letter from Shirley that asks if he does private tuition and can he go through it with her again.
Oh.
ho,
So Shirley is
Skirt?
Susie Cute
Wait a
Skirt,
minute.
yeah.
Let me
Jerry's
get some DoorDash going on.
Uh-huh. That's not a door.
Let me see here. All right.
Putting something in a quarter in this slot. So is Jerry going to? Is it the first time on Indiana Jones Minute? Is Jerry going to play a live video game?
I think
wait a
so,
minute.
yeah.
I don't know if everybody knows behind the scenes Jerry's supreme expertise with all things technology, so this should go very smoothly.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Oh
without a
God
hitch.
damn it! I can't get it started.
Are you dead serious?
I'm dead serious because I stopped playing the game about 20 minutes ago,
Oh,
and
boy.
it turns black and white.
Just start mashing buttons.
Dude, I am
Yeah.
I'm mashing buttons like I'm ordering DoorDash.
Press one of the buttons underneath that glowing white button at the very top.
This is worse than actually watching somebody play a video game
Yes.
that you're good at, and you want to just grab the controller from them. Like, no, geez, jump there!
wait.
Oh my god!
You need a controller for this game.
There's your problem.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Is it? Wait, no, I don't want to quit the game. What to know? Are you sure you want to quit the main menu? Wait, any unsaved progress? No, I don't want to. I want to
Oh,
resume
Jesus.
it. All right, there we go. There we
So
go.
what's
Hooray.
happened here, Jerry? You
No, I'm great. I'm
you
still
told us
on-
that you just knocked the big guy out of the window and you got a medallion, and then that's where you
Yeah,
are?
I could. Hey, did you guys pick up the like the brass stanchion?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
And walk
just
around with
smash
it?
stuff, just bashing stuff.
Is that? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I just
Yeah.
jumped. I just went, whoo. All right, I have it. So, okay, I'm running around this beautiful golden, room where everything's open.
Yeah. Everything's
Yeah.
been smashed.
Everything's
from
been
this guy,
smashed.
The fight.
Yeah, can you wait? Can you use this big brass pole to smash stuff for fun?
I don't think so.
Not as
Oh.
much as
I
you
would've
think
tried
you
that.
should be able to.
Yeah,
that's
well, they don't want you to knock
One of
over
the very
mummies.
rare complaints I have about this game is how little you can smash.
Oh yeah, Mr. Violence Fast.
You got cured of that real
I'm
quick.
telling you, yeah, this game just brought it all right back.
God, I'm looking at the. I mean,
I was cool at all right.
All right, wait a minute. So there's like a bunch of stuff. I pick up the ancient cat,
Yeah.
Bastet. Okay, and then I
Uh-huh.
put him back, right?
I think there's a specific place you have to put him back.
Yeah, I put him back.
don't
All right,
ask
the
me why or
Bastet
where.
statue. Now then, you pick up the really expensive duck.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Jerry's got to like place the things in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
be a
my
long
God, that's gonna
episode.
take forever.
What if you told yourself you just played Mortal Kombat in like 1989 or something? You're like, someday there's going to be a game where you put stuff away. You like find stuff and you put it back where it belongs.
You're a curator.
It's written by your mom, and she's training you to clean your room.
Wait, do you want me to look up how to solve this one, Jerry, or do you want to just take your time and solve it?
No, you can tell me, Pete. I've been in this thing for hours.
I'm watching a walkthrough on YouTube, and it's much faster
You know
than
what's
Jerry.
fun is Brody keeps
I
talking
believe
to
it.
you.
Very efficient.
I'm still
Yeah,
investigating the
he's your buddy.
fact. Like, boy, you're really dumb. I had the strangest
Don't put
dream.
it
I don't
there,
know why
Andy.
we gave you
I
tenure.
forget what he's supposed to. Does he have to go back to your office?
Well, let me tell you where the
Well, I
items
put
go.
the
if you want.
the really expensive ivory rubber duck. I did the duck and the cat. I have the
Did we
funerary
email you a
mask.
picture of where this goes?
Stuff you have to find, and you're just like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
on another level than you are, so you're standing on top of it or something. You're like, I don't
And
know
I
how
don't
to
want
get
to go
there.
through this entire level. Yeah.
I got a
The
life
other
to
thing
live.
is that it disappointed me with my anti-violence fast is that like on some of the later levels I enjoyed like killing every single Nazi or fascist,
Sure.
but then when you like leave the area and then come back to it, they all respawned. So it's-
Just like in real life.
yeah. Unfortunately. I was looking forward to like getting rid of them all once, and then you could just
Yeah.
have like impunity to like just wander around. But no.
Bathing in their blood. Yeah.
Yeah. How's it looking there, Jared?
Not great, Pete. I'm really. I saw the thing. Hang on, I
See
did.
the green
but
cat
hang on.
goes in the cat goes in the far left.
Yeah, I got the cat in the.
Wait, did you
far
say
left.
you already have the Giants pendant that you got out of the window or something?
Where the is my office?
Look at your map, Jerry. Don't you have a map?
I'm in my class. Oh my God, this kid with apples.
Press down on the L, like the thing that you use to move around. Press down on it. And
Is there a
press forward.
typewriter in his office? Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Look into the eyes of the Mara, and you shall
Beware
gain
the false
admission to the
pathways
temple
that
of
lead
your
to
great.
greater
Beware the
secrets.
deadly.
Good to know.
Booby traps that lurk. Can you put
within.
it all in the wrong place?
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a problem. I got to pick this up and pick that up.
Yeah.
and- yeah. I'm a little bit more of a Mortal Kombat guy.
yeah, that's
A
fair.
little bit.
All
But go ahead. You guys explain
Okay.
it, and I'll just mess with this.
right. Well, so yeah, you put the stuff away, you get the thing, you get the Giants pendant, and you end up back in your office.
And you find it's a sigil of the Vatican secret archive.
Yeah, yeah. And I forget the sequence of things here, but yeah, you find that out, and you got to go to a place, and a thing happens. Oh, you got to go to the Vatican.
Yeah, so you find out your next objective is to go to the Vatican, which I think we will all enjoy playing through. And Indy has to grab his suitcase, and it's another very Raiders moment. Marcus is there,
Yeah.
and there's a journal in the suitcase wrapped with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
And Indy says he hasn't opened it since Cairo, and you hear Marion's theme play, and it's amazing. And Marcus says, "Who's the journal from?" And you look at it, and it says, "For your next adventure, Marion." And Indy says, "Doesn't say."
You're right. And he just crumples up the note and tosses it,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
And it just opens all these questions. Like, is he mourning losing Marion? Is he mad at Marion? Is he like, you don't really know what's going on?
Yeah. Although he says something at the end of this cutscene that sort of feeds into that, I think.
Oh yeah, because Marcus tells Indy that Marion called 2 months back.
Oh yeah. There's that too. There's a ton of Marion stuff in this.
Yeah.
Like kind of laying into the their breakup, like how it might have happened and stuff, and the sequence of events and everything. But as Indy's about to leave on his adventure, like Brody's kind of chiding him. He's like, "You can't run away from your problems," and Indy says, "Watch me."
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you're like, "What? Oh, is that like the most self-aware about this aspect of his personality we've
It
ever
might be.
seen him?"
Yeah.
Like he's not usually like, no, I'm climbing out my office window. I'm ditching.
Well,
all
the way
this,
the way Marcus even says it, he says you can't go to Italy during midterms.
Right.
Italy says, "Watch
Yeah.
me."
You're a
You
professional
can't-
professor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is other cool stuff in his office that kind of blew me away. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like on his desk, I noticed there are no pictures of Henry Sr. There's no sign of him on there,
Oh,
and I
okay.
kind of like that in a way because this is before Last Crusade.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like the game was made before Last Crusade, so they don't know about Henry Jones Sr. But it's also, even if he does exist in this game, Indy wouldn't we wouldn't have his picture up. He's not there with him yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
At the risk of going too far into the future for Jerry, like the very next thing you see, they do the map thing, and I really appreciate that it starts in Connecticut and goes to like JFK or something. It goes to like an airport in Queens and then goes off to, Europe or wherever.
Wow.
I was like, that's all we needed in the first one. Just like a train ride from like the East Coast to the West Coast. And then you get on a China Clipper. And then we wouldn't have all this madness. Everything would have been fine. Wait, what? I know, but I'm not saying that yet because Jerry hasn't gotten that far. Sam's reminding me of other things that happened later in the game.
This might be the most disappointed Sam has ever been in Jerry.
Oh my
know.
God! Real quick.
I thought you were cool. I thought Uncle Jerry played video games.
I think I put it all back.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm sure I didn't.
Well, Jerry's flailing and floundering.
Yeah.
Jerry or Pete, what can you and I say in just very general terms about the rest of what we've seen in the game?
Well, we will be back at some point to discuss later levels, but I will say one thing that I have very much enjoyed is if you sneak up behind a fascist and you have a giant pipe, and the way you secretly knock him out is he's standing there and you take the pipe like at ground level and flick it up as hard as you can right between his legs, and it knocks him out silently.
Exactly what you want to do.
Oh my God!
It's one of my favorite things.
That is fantastic. And I'll just say that, we obviously this is kind of a globe-trotting adventure. You go to a lot of different places, and there are places like, settings where we've seen Indy before and settings that are totally new, and they all feel...
settings that would have loved to have seen Indy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All great that I've been
They
to
all
so
feel
far.
like authentic Indiana Jones settings and adventures.
Yeah. And his
Very cool.
costumes feel very Indiana Jones too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like everything about this to me, I'm like, no joke, feels more like Indiana Jones than the last two movies have. Like
Yeah.
much more. Like this really feels like a classic trilogy video game.
And I kept thinking, like, as I was playing, I was like, do I feel that because it's in like a sort of, Raiders or, 80s, like it's in the period that we first
in the
met
30s.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just closer to Raiders time, so it feels like Raiders and it feels authentic?
I don't know. Maybe. I feel like, I mean, because to me, the parts of the Dial of Destiny that also take place in the same time period didn't resonate with me like this does. I don't know. This to me, I'm just speaking for myself here, but to me, this did something very right that the last two movies didn't get.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
And
think
so
you're
far,
right about
like,
your opinion.
Everything all the levels I've played so far, it just gets better. Like everything's great about it so far.
Yeah, there are new characters who I like a lot.
Yeah, they're
There
interesting
are-
characters. They're
Where I did
they're
it.
not. Hey,
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Jerry cleaned up his room. Look at that.
The way you said that, I did it.
I did it.
I did it.
Finished the
Buried a
stupid
body.
level of the video game.
I did it.
This is worse than Dragon Slayer.
Marcus looks great.
He does. He doesn't sound that much like Marcus, but he looks like Marcus, and he
Yeah.
feels like Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels
He
like
smells
Marcus,
like
even though it
Marcus.
doesn't sound like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's got a great tie.
Yeah, he does.
Puzzle complete.
There you
I do
go.
like that when Indy asks Marcus why Marcus carries smelling salts, and Marcus says, "You never know when you'll come across a damsel in distress."
Oh,
I'm going back into my office. God, that's really cool.
I'm thinking about how much stuff Jerry has to do, and it's making me so tired. But he's gonna have fun.
But it's so fun just exploring some of these amazing levels and the
Yeah.
art design and the historical.
I love
research
the
that went into it.
fans.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, just like all the stuff that's like posted on his walls and his corkboard and everything.
Well, the poster that has Willie Scott, the music
That
by
is
Willie,
really
that's
amazing.
amazing. It's
I
an
missed
amazing
that.
little detail. And
It
he
says it's
picks
just-
up fun like comic books around like along the way. Like they're just things you pick up that are very of the time that are very
He
cool.
grabs a great looking suitcase.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, this is what it would have felt like if I were Indiana Jones passing the Raiders
Right.
to go on his trip. It's
And
amazing.
ignoring
It's
a
cool.
nice note from my, I don't know, fiance. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
at least girlfriend.
Yeah, in Raiders, he's ignoring a note. Like, why are you leaving me, Indy?
You know what? Not since Cairo. You know what? This is fantastic.
Yeah,
It is.
See?
It is. Yeah.
Really fantastic. I look at now. I'm looking at Marion's journal.
Yeah,
A beautiful journal, isn't
she
it?
got that for you, Jerry. She put a bow on it. I think she's got a thing for you.
For your next adventure, Marion. I'm crying.
It makes me
It's
feel
amazing.
bad.
Yeah.
She really likes him. She got him a thing, and he's just gonna crumple up the note and ditch her and go to thing.
They're playing Marion's theme.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
forget.
beautiful.
Is there some mention in this conversation about some other trip that he took and ditched her?
Yeah, he went on
Before
the
this?
Siwa expedition and he what does
Dude,
it
he
say?
threw it away.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he went. He shouldn't have. I think Marcus says you shouldn't have gone on that expedition. When you got back, Marion was gone.
Oh, okay.
Wow. They did it. I agree. This is very much more Indiana Jones than, some
Yeah,
of this other stuff.
you got to grab your whip, grab your jazz record,
Yep.
stuff them all in your suitcase, and get going. So do we think she gave him the journal? Oh, I think the journal is from like right after Raiders or something, because he said he didn't open it. He hasn't opened that suitcase since Cairo.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, so she got him that, and then
And
he
it
ditched her
says
to go
for
to
your next
Siwa.
adventure, it's a blank journal for him to write in. It's amazing. It's an amazing.
It says
journal.
for your next adventure.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's amazing how close to the vest he plays. And when Marcus says, "Who's the journal from?" and he just says, it didn't say.
Right.
Yeah. What's
And it's
going
just
through
like,
his
is
head?
that like, is it pain? Is it just loss? Is it anger? Is it despair? Like there's so much.
Yeah.
But it captures so much, and it's amazing how cinematic it is.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy is why does he take her note and throw it over his shoulder?
where it could hit Marcus, and then he'd read it. You don't know exactly what's going on.
Wait, where the
I
hell
feel
do
like
I
Marcus
go now?
knows what's going on regardless. I feel like Marcus knows more than
Yeah.
he thinks he does.
Where do I go?
Oh, you gotta
gotta pack your suitcase.
You gotta find some stuff to bring with you.
Oh,
What
you're
are some
kidding.
things Indiana Jones would bring on an adventure? Jerry?
Look around your office.
Okay.
What might Indy take in a trip?
His
What
gun.
objects are glowing in the room?
What objects are blue?
Giants.
Is it as
pendant,
simple as
right?
like is Indy just like I can't think about girlfriends and stuff right now. I gotta go. Like it could,
No.
like Marion could be anybody at this point. He's just I gotta do this thing. I just beat up a giant and he left his pendant. And now I gotta go track this down and find what's going on.
Oh, you know what
There's
Marcus just said? You know, you can talk to me.
Oh, that's nice.
And he said, "There's nothing to say, Marcus."
There's also a
They
line
make
later
him
in this
just as
game.
cold.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a line later in this game from another character that I think speaks against the point you're trying to make, Tom.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Well, we'll get there. I don't know. We might have a discussion about it later.
Oh, look at that! I get to pack my bullwhip.
There you go. That's the fun part.
She was at her wit's end.
Yeah.
Marcus didn't know
Yeah.
what to say. Wow, we're arguing about Marion and us breaking up. I'm arguing with Marion about Marion. And
Jerry,
Marcus
when
is,
you're older,
you
there's
know,
gonna be a video game where you talk to a friend about a girlfriend.
yeah, it's gonna be Marcus.
Can you imagine like 1980,
Oh my
1979, like you're playing Space Invaders or you're Pong or you whatever,
Yeah.
you play, and you're like, there will be a game where you talk to somebody. A is already what? There will be a game where they
Right.
look just like real people and you have actual
Yeah.
conversation. You're like, what?
The guy from Star Wars is an archaeologist, and you get to be him, and it's awesome.
Where's the gun? Where's the gun? Where's the gun? I'm looking for the other.
Yeah,
Warrior
just look
of
for
the
stuff that's got like a border
Yeah.
around it that you can grab.
Right.
They're not all intuitive, Jerry.
No,
Some of them are things you might not expect to have to take.
I need a thimble.
What would Jerry Porter bring on a trip?
condoms.
Yeah, so find the condoms.
I love when I get Pete to laugh.
You already have the whip. Now you need the condoms. Find the GIMP mask. There it is.
Oh, the cat mummy
There
photograph.
you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
I love
Wow.
that this big giant tough guy took the cat.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's rad.
I do know our buddy Curtis, I think, watched like the entire, like rather than play the game, watched the entire
Oh, really?
game as a walkthrough. And I think I've heard of other people doing that too. Like I think in this day and age, you know, like with Twitch and stuff, I think a lot of people enjoy watching people play video games as much as they enjoy playing them.
Yeah. Which is slightly weird, but it also kind of makes sense, maybe. Like if you...
Well, I think I don't know, because you're basically watching a movie and you're watching. You don't have to sit there and like figure out. Okay, I put the book and the this and the,
Right.
the cat statue into that and the mask. The
If you're watching
terracotta
somebody
mask
who's
and
really
the-
good at it, then that might be good.
yeah.
But if you're watching Jerry just fumble around...
No,
looking
you
for
do
stuff
not
in
want to
his
watch.
office.
Yeah, a Twitch stream of Jerry putting the this into that and the that and the this and the.
A Twitch stream from Jerry is something very different than what you think it
This
is.
is
It has nothing to do
fantastic.
with video games.
I'm watching this. Wait, that's bogus.
What?
He doesn't.
What?
He's not on the East Coast in the plane, the China Clipper.
Stop it, Jerry. They
We'll
got
wait
it
for you at
right.
the village steps. Subtlety is a virtue. Oh, that's amazing. He's going to the Vatican.
Yeah.
You know
You get
what?
to be
This
Ray
is
Fiennes
great.
in,
This is
Conclave.
so well done, and they got Marcus perfect. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah, it's
Castle
good.
St. Angelo. Oh my gosh, outside Vatican City. Wow. And I just snuck in.
See? Be careful, Jerry. Don't let us distract you. You got stuff to do.
Oh my! I got a DoorDash.
Well, now that Jerry's left the country and he's about to infiltrate the Vatican, yeah, maybe we'll stop it there and we'll let everybody catch up. And yeah, we'll be back with more of this, or I don't know, Dial of Destiny or something. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? But yeah, thanks for listening. I hope this was fun. If you haven't tried the game, you should. Go get yourself an Xbox if you don't have one, or I don't know, just watch the thing online. Who knows? Go to YouTube. Just watch the
I
thing.
think I honestly think you would have as much fun watching someone play as you would playing for a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I think most indie fans are going to be pleasantly surprised by how much like just stuff there is there, like how much stuff there is to dig around in and feed your indie lore.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Whoever put this together did a terrific job.
and none of us looked up their
Indy's
names,
great.
so we'll never
How
know.
how would you be able to jump in and talk about like Marcus and Marion and what happened and
Yeah.
she's made up her mind and it's very, very, very Raiders.
How badly do you want to be in that room where they're just figuring that stuff out?
I know.
Like, what do we say about Marion? What do we say
I
about
know.
Belloc? What do we,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't run away from your problems, Indy.
Watch me.
I'm curious how much they had to like, who they had to get permission from, and how much permission they had to get to do stuff. Like, I'm guessing a lot.
I guess,
Like,
but I
for something
mean,
like this.
I'm sure it's sanctioned by Lucasfilm and Disney and stuff, so they could probably do what they want. I don't know. Do they have like a
Is there like a Pablo Hidalgo guy that
right? That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
think of. I don't know.
keeper of the canon? I don't either. I'm assuming with a franchise this big and lucrative, there probably is somebody
Yeah.
that keeps on top of all that. Like, you're allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this.
I will say, as someone who's finished the game, although there are some things that I haven't. Not every nook and cranny has been explored, so maybe I missed something. But there's one, for all the stuff they touch on in indie folklore and stuff, there's one thing that they never touched on, and I was a little surprised.
Oh,
And that'll just be a tantalizing little tease.
that is.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, thanks for listening. Keep your ears and eyes glued to your podcatchers, because who knows when we'll come out with some more stuff. And yeah, hopefully we'll I'm not even going to say that because I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. Honestly, don't know what to say. But yes, don't despair. We will be back with Dial of Destiny at some point. Probably some point. I said something kind of soon, like last fall. So I don't know.
You did. You made it sound like we were going to be back like within a week. And
I tried really hard not to make it sound like we were going to be back in a week.
In fact, it probably
And,
sounded like it'd be sooner than that. It was like,
Yeah.
if we're not back within the next 5 minutes, I'm a huge liar, kind of thing. He said.
Uh-huh. That's basically what I said. And that's what I'm saying now. We'll see you next week with the entirety of Dial of Death. No, that's not true.
Can I just say that please be a little forgiving of your old pal Pete when he listened to Dial of Destiny. He may not have enjoyed it as much as he enjoyed this video game.
Spoilers. Yeah, and have mercy on all of us because we want to bring you a nice show, but it takes a while sometimes. And have mercy on Jerry because his DoorDash hasn't shown up yet, and he's starving. Flew all the way to the Vatican, nothing to eat. But thanks everybody. We'll be back at some point, hopefully soon, with more Indiana Jones fun here on the Indiana Jones Minute.